Hi, everybody. My name is Kunal Palawat, and I'll be talking to you about a couple internships I'm doing through IndigiFuse. The first is working in the island of St. Croix, studying colonization and human health. St. Croix is a island a little bit southeast of Puerto Rico, and it is where we were doing soil science, biogeochemistry, archaeology, and more. St. Croix was a plantation society and a colony of multiple governments including the Danish, the French, the Dutch, and now the US. St. Croix is a territory of the United States and could also be considered a colony of the United States. There's a long history of colonization, enslavement, resistance, and revolution in St. Croix, all of which influences relationships to land, the ecosystem, land use, and more. Sugarcane plantations were built across most of the island and greatly impact the ecology we see today. So we're working with a multidisciplinary team to study the impacts of sugarcane plantations, working with archaeologists, artists, anthropologists, the land, waters, community organizers, elders like Frandel Gerard, Dr. Olafie Davis, and Dr. Chen, who are all pillars of the Virgin Islands. We're also looking specifically at the estate Little Princess, which is owned now by the Nature Conservancy. This was an active plantation, sugarcane plantation with refinery, fields, and more. So we're studying the socio-ecological signatures of the plantation and refining process. And this picture shows the refinery itself, which is associated with metalloid contamination, human health risks, and more. We're also working with St. George Botanical Gardens, looking at the ecology of this environment, which was also a plantation, and we also have access to an herbarium from the gardens as well. A lot of my research will be focused on Lime Tree Bay Refinery, pictured here, and it has been operating for a few years and has been contaminating the environment for the entirety of its tenure. This is a video from a flare from the beginning of 2021 that incited a lot of community organizing and EPA activity, which eventually led to the shutdown of this refinery. But this flare has been noted by community members to be a really common feature, and even data from the US EPA, shown here, shows that the refinery has been polluting for years and years. And I will be working with community members and community organizations to look at the cancer and non-cancer health risks of these contaminants from exposure via ocean water, rainwater, groundwater, soil, and air. Now moving on to the other internship I'm doing in San Francisco is working with community growth, doing environmental and social justice education through community gardening. Places like Koshland Garden in the middle of San Francisco, working with elementary school students and high school students, teaching gardening, planting kale, collards, and chard, as well as building relationships to land and professional development and teaching. This is a chalk talk from an activity with high school students looking at land and food sovereignty. This shows a screenshot of a map we all made, mapping food migrations and histories. One of the students wrote and researched fava beans, which is actually a plant that we're growing in one of the gardens. Here is a video of some garden work we're doing. This is me laying down some straw on some kale we just harvested at Alamany Farm, which is a community farm in San Francisco. I've been really grateful and appreciative for all of the folks involved in my internships. I think my understanding of Fuse research has been greatly expanded, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here. Thank you for listening, and I hope the rest of your Earth Day goes well. Thank you.